Hey, awesome people of YouTube, welcome back to another Path of Exile 2 video. In this one, we're going to be talking about what to do once you get to the Atlas. I've been farming tier 4s and some tier 3s, and I've done a couple tier 5s and tier 6s, which is why you see I've only completed 6 tier 4s. But I've done a decent amount of farming, just a little bit, right? So, before we get started, I just want to say that if you do enjoy this type of video, you know what to do, right? Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that beautiful stuff. Also, if you are in need of helping with certain act bosses like Act 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just let me know down in the comments or in Discord or hop on stream. All those links to Discord and Twitch are down in the description. With that said, let's get into the video. So, you beat the story, right? Obviously, you're not going to have your hideout unless you purchase one of the packs that gives it to you. So, you will be in a beautiful place called Ziggurat Refuge, the past, right? So, once you're in there, you have your atlas or map device, and you're gonna go to it, and it will, you talk to Doriani, and he will give you a map, right? The waypoint, or waystone, sorry. Right? And you will start. Yours might look different, obviously. I don't know if everybody's map is the same or if it's different, but you will start in this Ziggurat Refuge, the town, and from there you will have infinite pretty much ways to go, right? So you also notice there's these beautiful symbols, right? If you don't know what they mean, for example, this is Breach, you can press, at least on Xbox, press left joystick and it will tell you map legend. For if you're on PlayStation or PC, it will tell you in the bottom middle what to press, hopefully. And it'll show you like what map nodes, which ones you have accessible, which ones you have completed or failed, the corrupted ones, bunch of other stuff, you know. But at the very first, you're not gonna have this open place. It will have a lot of it in this fog of war, so to speak. So one of the very first things I would recommend is if you see these towers, the lost towers, you go to them and complete them, because that will have I don't know why it doesn't want to show, but a range of how much area it can open. For example, this tower opened up all the way up to here, and I can see if I want to farm it that way. So you want to kind of open up. You might have something like this, a pinnacle area, which I'm nowhere near ready to go, but you could have that. You know, you'll be able to see which ways you want to go. Right? Some zones, like this lost tower, will have corrupted mobs or corrupted stuff. Some will have nothing, some will have some things, if I can find it. Come on. You know, also sometimes the map looks like it's in the ground, which can be annoying. But okay, for example, on this one, it is corrupted, which has saying enemies have 30% chance to spawn coalescent corruption. Right? Which can be sometimes bad. Some maps are just like have this mod. Some will have worse. I don't know where. Oh, for example, this. You have 100% increase experience gain, but you have 40% reduced quantity of items. Or it could be vice versa. Obviously not 100% less experience, because it will make it to where you don't earn any experience. But like here, additional essence, right? Or here, there you go. 50% more rarity or increased rarity, but you have 25% decreased or reduced experience gain. So make sure you pay attention to that. But you can also, if you didn't know, make this areas better, like this, irradiated, right? You can see what it will do is it will gain +1 level to the zone. And you can do that by popping this precursor tablets. As you can see, you can have different ranges. I had 5, 8, and I have this. 10 maps in range are irradiated. What it does is, if you see, +1 to master level, but you can make your mobs or maps even juicier, but making it blue, or if you want to allocate or, you know, regular to make it even better. Like here, I'll have 13% chance to contain a strong box, and I have more magic monsters. So you can see, like, oh, I have pack size. Boom, I even have bigger pack size. So you'll be able to kind of have easy time to sustain, but it will be hard to sustain your maps early. So if you're struggling with that, make sure you go to Doriani and talk. He'll usually sell you some maps. I bought a bunch of tier 1s, converted them, and I've been buying just maps just to convert to higher tiers with the Reforging table, and also to get some higher tier. For example, if we go all the way over here, right? We have a bunch of tier 1s. So let's take 3 tier 1s, right? You go to your Reforged table, boom, and you slap 3 tier 1s. Okay. And bada bing, bada boom, you get tier 2. So if you have a lot of like tier 1s or a bunch of tier 2s and so on, make sure you reforge them. But with that, be careful. Make sure you have some lower tier maps available just in case you're not able to sustain. And I'm not saying have like 20 tier 1s, but I have like only 3 tier 3s. Convert a bunch of them, but keep a few of the lower tiers. So again, you're just not out of the maps, right? Also, as you complete the quest, complete tiers of maps, make sure you do that, because when each time you complete the 10 tiers, it will give you, or it will make you talk to Doriani, which you will get a beautiful book that will give you 2 Atlas points. That's why you can see I have a little bit, which I need to change. And then you can go whichever way you want. You have 30 total points you can have over here, I think. I don't know if you can get all 30. I'm assuming you can, because here you can only have 8. But you can have something like this, local knowledge, to where you have more increased chance of getting like basic currency or gold or jewels or ascension invitations or socket currency and so on, or to where you can have more chance to contain an essence if you want to do essences. You can also get keystone ones, which you have waystones have 25% more effective prefix modifiers or 25 more effective suffix modifiers, which can be helpful, or to where you corrupted waystones are corrupted an additional time, and so on. Like this one, rare and unique monsters in your map have additional 1 to 2 modifiers, so you can kind of path whichever way you want, but in order to get them, that's how you do. But for other areas like ritual altars, you need to do rituals, and I think you need to defeat the ritual boss to get it, right? Same with simulacrum, right? I don't know which one. I think this is the pinnacle. Yeah, this is the expedition and breachstones, right? So you need, at the very least, just complete those quests. And that's how you will be able to not only kind of progress your maps, because as you can see, they don't have a tier. You get their tier up by the waystone, right? So the same map, like Abyss, will always be just Abyss, but you can be, or you can run it as tier 1 or tier 15. It's up to you, right? Make sure you pay attention to that. Also, don't try to do the highest tier you have. Slowly progress. Work through it, because you just recently came out of the store, so you might not have the best resistances, right? You might not have the best armor, so work on that and don't push above your, so to speak, weight class, right? Because you don't want to go into the map, have the juiciest, for example, like tier 6, tier 7, right? And then you just fail it on the first mob because you don't have the resistances, you don't have the armor, you just, don't have anything, or you don't have any damage and you just take forever, or they just, life regen that damage away. So make sure you start slowly and progress, because remember, you have plenty of time to do that, right? But always, like in Path of Exile 1, or if you're new to Path, make sure you transmute them, right? To get at least 1 mod, and then augment them, because you might sometimes have a map, for example, if I can see it. Do I not? Okay, there we go. Has additional essence, but it doesn't give you any waystone increase. Like here, you see, this one doesn't have anything positive, but it has negative, which increases its drop chance. So you want to have both to get, increased pack size. That's huge for you. That means more mobs to kill. But you have the negative, or where monsters deal 29% of damage is extra damage, but you get that increased drop chance of waystones, which means you'll have hopefully easier time to sustain it. So make sure you have both of them. If you are swimming in currency, you could try to regular, or you could just drop an alch, But at first, make sure you just transmute an augment. But that is just the very basics. Obviously, as I progress more and I do first simulacrums, deliriums, all of that, I will be able to, hopefully have more videos. Oh, and last but not least, yes, you can, like in Path of Exile 1, allocate a node. I allocated Open Mind, which might not seem like a huge thing, but I want mana regen because I'm on a Grenadier build, which makes me mana starve. So you get them by having this distilled breed, ire, and whatever other ones. But you get them through Delirium, as you can see. Can be combined with other distilled emotions to instill amulets with notable skills or waystones with layers of Delirium. So, at the very least, out of all of them, you definitely at the start want to try to do Delirium, which probably will just ruin my currency farming. But Delirium seems like it is huge at the very start because those distilled motions will help you get those passives, get like more mana regen or life or armor and whatever, just to allocate a huge thing like you were able to in Path of Exile 1. So how do you get them real quick? Kind of also a little bit out of the way, just spreading a little bit more knowledge, is you go to your thing and you press more info. For me, it's right joystick, and it will tell you how to get it. 2 guild and 1 ire. And make sure you do it in the proper way. The way I did it was ire, guild, and it gave me completely different nodes. So make sure you do it in the right order. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully it helped you get started in the Atlas, farming maps, having easier time in there. But with that said, I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to stash them. I will see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye bye.